Good evening, guys. I believe we are now live, so let's go at it with the Tainted Lands Dynasty Pack review. Now, again, same as last week, if you're enjoying this type of video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and all the links to the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube subscribe button are all linked below, along with my GoFundMe and a little link to that. But let's get started with the Tainted Lands. So, again, same as last week, I've taken the cellophane off. Haven't had a look through yet. Managed to avoid most of the spoilers. So let's get inside and see what is going on. Now, so optimism immediately with the front packaging of something cool for the Unicorn clan. Hopefully a stronghold, but I'm feeling like it might not be. So inside as normal, we get some fiction, which appears to be about a bonsai tree. That's all I can see so far. Crab. It's the new crab Mayho guy. So give that a good read at some point. And yeah, let's start going through the cards. So the first thing we see is a teaching of the elements, which is a Phoenix province. It's 5 strength, and it's the Earth roll. However, this province gets +1 strength for each claim ring. So it's pretty solid. 5 strength plus a buff in sort of round 2 to 3, especially maybe with the upcoming Lion Stronghold, which is obviously declaring a 5th ring attack. So kind of maybe if you've had a big battle and you're going for that aggro rush, you know, probably the strength 9 is going to be hard to get through. But the following turn, if it's their first attack, straight down to 5. Multiplayer will be where this card sees amazing play. Yeah, that will get ridiculously powerful in multiplayer. So the next one is Unicorn. So it is the Border Fortress. So this is matched from the front of the art. It's a 4 strength province, it's a fort, and it's the air roll. So action. During a conflict at this province, choose a face down province, reveal that province. So instantly, it's alright. It's nothing fancy. I think I would rather gain the Fate or the card draw from Manicured Garden. You know, I mean, the possibility of flipping someone else's province might be quite good, especially against something like Night Raid, Restoration of Balance. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not sold on this yet. See what else comes out in the cycle, but I'm not sold on it. And then we actually get the 3rd stronghold in this pack, which is Upholding Authority. So each province gets +2 strength while this province gets +2 strength while you have the Earth roll. So similar to the air roll from last week. So this is an interrupt. When this province is broken, the attacking player reveals his or her hand, choose a card in their hand, and discard any number of copies from their hand. So it's pretty good. Crab, big benefits at the moment. I can't see it playing with them. I kind of like it. Scorpion get an Earth roll for some reason. I could see this being quite useful for them. But yeah. So then we start getting into our Dynasty characters. So the first one we have is the Apprentice Earthcaller. So it's the 3 costs for 3, 1, and 1. It's a Shigenja, which I think the crab kind of need at the moment. Fills that hole. During a conflict, choose an attacking character without any attachments. Until the end of that character, set that character's skill values to its printed values. So this is really good against Banzai, any sort of buffs like that, Legion of 1, things like that. It's quite useful against buffs. Yeah, it could be interesting. Depends how much we sort of see Tron decks coming into this. Again, I think Lion, the aggro Phoenix deck, is going to work well. The Dragon Monk deck that's starting to come around, not so much. But the Shigenja keyword for Crab really does start to infuse the whole Cloud the Mind in with them. which is really cool. And then the Crab have also got a second Dynasty character in Kinyore. 5 for 4/4, 1 glory. So he's competing with some of their top guys already, such as Kasada. During Earth conflicts, each character you can control gets +1/+1, which is really cool. An action during a conflict, lose 1 honor, choose a player. That player discards 1 card from random from his or her hand. So it's quite good card sort of structure. Goes really well with the Earth ring, which is obviously the conflict you're going to be going for with him. Being able to buff your own characters is really cool. I like him, really, really do. I could see him either replacing Kasada, possibly in some Crab decks. I think we're definitely going to be seeing this guy. Yeah, no, really, really good, nice card. Powerful, an instant target for Cloud the Mind. So then we get to Ashona Takaku, which is a Crane 4-cost character, -5 and 2. You may look at face-down cards in each province you control. So that's just a standard effect. She's also Shigenja and Air, so yeah, really helping the Shigenjas. I feel like most clans are getting Shigenjas in this sort of cycle, which is nice to see, enabling a few more Cloud the Minds and maybe some spells yet to come out. So choose a card in one of your provinces, switch that card with another card of your provinces, or discard it. So this is quite cool if you want to save either a character for the next play, shuffle around something like the Imperial Palace. Plus as well, you're looking what's underneath, so you know what's going to go. If they're going to break it, or if they have some way of flipping it, or something like that. So really, really good. Yeah. Then we go to another Crane card. So this is a holding. During an Earth conflict, gain 1 honor. So 0 holding strength. Bonsai Garden is its name, sorry. I like the art, firstly. Beautiful art. And yeah, really good action during an Earth conflict, gain an honor. Doesn't necessarily have to be your conflict. So again, multiplayer opportunities for this are really good. Or Enlighten mode. It's also garden as well. I don't know if that's ever going to be a relevant keyword, but yeah, no, I like it. Interesting. I could see it if Honor Rocket becomes a thing with Crane. Possibly. I think for now, possibly not. But maybe in the future we could see this card play. Then we get to Dragon. So they have the Impulsive Novice. So he's a 2/2 for 2 and 0 glory. So he gets +1/+1 while you have claimed the Fire of Void Ring. So both of those kind of quite key for Dragon's strategy. Is another monk to add to their monk. And it's pretty solid on 2/2 for 2. I quite like him. Solid. Again, we're feeding into that drunk Dragon monk deck. I'm really, really enjoying it. And yeah. Then we come to the Scorpion. So they have the Court Novice. So this character gets +2 political while you have claimed the Earth, Water, or Air ring. So again, really, really cool. 1/1 for 1. Again, Scorpion will go for air to try and choke you out or boost theirs. Now they have that sort of I'm going to lose air shenanigans. Water again, helping bow dudes. A really solid card and a cheap dude, which I would say the Scorpion is struggling for, but they're not struggling. It's just a gap in their already pretty solid deck. Now time for the important unicorn. So we actually have a Sneaky Snowdew. So it's a 1/1 for 1 and 1 glory. Bio sheet. Reaction after you pass the dynasty phase, play this character from your provinces. So pass first, the fate you've just gained. If you can pass before your opponent. I think if you have the cavalry keyword, would be an auto include at the moment. I'm not 100% sold for now. Again, post this entire cycle, I will be doing sort of an update to my deck. He might make the cut, might not. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what else comes up. But still, Interesting. Interesting. Then we have a 2-cost character, which is 4 dash, which is called the Marauder and Oni. So this character cannot be honoured or dishonoured. Force reaction. After this character is declared as defender or as an attacker, lose 1 honour, unlimited. So no matter how many times you declare him, he's going to start losing you honour. But he's a big dude for that honour choke. He's interesting. I'm tempted by him. Really cheap for a real powerful effect, especially if you can afford to lose that honour. Maybe Lion I could see playing him with their new we need to batter you military twice a turn. Could be interesting. Possibly, with that higher starting on you. I reckon he will see play. As a unicorn player, I'm thinking of mobility tricks, being able to get him in quite quick without losing that honour as well. Could be entertaining. Maybe even Phoenix or Crane. Crane, where again they start with that high honour. They're sort of starting to build towards that honour rocket style of deck, possibly. He could be good in that and just helping him with that military buff as well. So he could see play. Be an interesting one. Then we hit so that was the Dynasty. Now let's hit the conflict cards. So these are splashable. And to be fair, we start with one of the coolest art I've seen in an L5R card. Spreading the Darkness. It's a 0-cost crab event, which is a Mayho, Spell, and Earth. 2 influence as well, so quite easily splashable for an entire playset of these. Action. Lose 2 honour. Choose a participating character you control. Until the end of the conflict, that character gains +4 military and cannot be targeted by opponent's card abilities. He is awesome. To a point of, I saw this card, obviously, in the previews, and want to splash it. Essentially, Banzai with protection, really good against Scorpion, mainly with some of their bullshit, along with Crane, Crab themselves. And essentially do that, and then Banzai, +8 on a character you can't assassinate, on a character you can't do a lot with. Losing 2 honours, not great, but if you're not worried about the ring effect at the time, do the air ring, you're going to win with it. It's cost you nothing but a card. Phoenix, again with the Phoenix aggro, there's starting to be rumoured to come around. This could be quite entertaining with that, in the fact that Phoenix can obviously play it twice with their Stronghold. Could be quite interesting, quite fun. We then go to the Dragon card, Adopted Kin, which is a condition. Fire roll only, limited 1 per character. Each other attachment on it gains Ancestral. So it helps with their sort of 0/0/0s. Fire roll only, so they don't get it. Lion do. But again, I don't know sort of a great point. Dragon could be effective if they keep with the monk decks, given all those monks ancestral, if they're attachments. But obviously stuff like Reprieve, it's just going to bounce straight away for. I don't think it's going to make Dragon choose fire. It's interesting. I don't think we'll see a lot of play. Then we go to Lion. Speak of the Devils, we will see Lion. Akoma Reservist. So a 1/1 for 1 and 0. Boishi. This character gets +2 military while you have claimed the fire or water ring. So again, fire and water possible with Lion. Drop her out for a 1 cost. She's 2 to splash. 1/1. Really cool. Quite a big boost. And yeah, I like it. I think we'll see play. Would consider splashing it if I was still splashing Lion post this cycle. Again, after Spread the Darkness, I'm tempted by Crab a lot more. But yeah, could be a good card. Writ of Authority is next, which is an Earth Roll only restricted item. If an opponent is more honourable than you, discard this attachment. It's 1 cost for a +3 political. It's not great. Not a big fan of it, really. Yeah, no. I can't see it seeing a lot of play. Then we go to Firo Najuni, who is a Phoenix, 3 influence for a 3/2 for 3/0 glory. Just a creature. So during a water conflict, put this character into play from your hand into the conflict. At the end of the conflict, shuffle it into your conflict deck. So pretty solid. Essentially, he's going to be popping out as he should. Really quite a flavourable card. I can see it being played currently in Phoenix decks, obviously where they have the water roll. This again due to unbounds due to water. Yeah, no, this will see play at the moment with the Phoenix's current role. I like it. I really like it. Splashable as well for someone who may get the water roll next round. Fun card. Then we go to the Oracle of Stone. It's just a 0 cost event. Action, each player draws 2 cards. Then each player discards 2 cards. Yeah. So it's a mirror effect, so it helps you and your opponent. Multiplayer, it's going to be stupid. Yeah, no, this is either going to break the game for a while until it hits a restricted list, or it's going to do nothing. Is going to be my answer to that. Yeah. This card concerns me. Again, there was a very similar card in the Star Wars LCG, which just got flat out banned. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Then we hit the Tainted Cuckoo. So this is a Scorpion 1 cost attachment for -1/-1. It's a poison, and it has an interrupt. When attached character leaves play, move this attachment to another character controlled by the same player. So it's not going anywhere. Really good card. You can seek cash for it as well quite early on if they hit that. This card has quite a bit of playability, I believe, in Scorpion. Again, just penalising people who are already low politically. Yeah. I think it will see play. Definitely. I think it being half the price and half the skill of the other poison at the moment might make it a bit more viable. And the fact that it can just bounce around doesn't go. You get this early game, especially with some of the cheap dudes coming out, could be interesting. Number 2, the Unicorn card, Press for Battle. So this is an event. It's the water roll only. An action, during military conflicts, if you control more participating characters than your opponent, choose a non-unique character participating in that conflict, the character. 2 influence to drop. So Phoenix are thinking about it, which I can't see them at the moment. Yeah, it's an interesting card. Hopefully it's flipped my decision a little bit on wanting the water roll, especially again going back to that rumored stronghold of us needing more characters to trigger it. The cheap dudes coming in. I like it. Shame about the water roll only restriction. It could be interesting. I don't think it's hard to do even at the moment. So end of the cycle could be really good. Then we hit Sabotage, which is a 0 cost event. Earth roll only. During a military conflict, choose a card in an opponent's province. Discard that card. So really good anti-stronghold, not strongholds, holdings. I like it. Shame about the Earth roll lock. The kind of thing you need this against is crab. So it's going to be used in crab mirror matches, and that'll probably be about it. Yeah. It's going to set fire. I think that's the issue with these roll lock cards. Something like this would be handy in all decks. I would definitely consider taking it. It's not going to make anyone choose Earth roll though. I think maybe if I had a premium for not having the earth roll, so it would cost 1 or 2. If you have the earth roll, negate its cost by 1 or 2, to reduce it to 3. Would be interesting. But yeah, that is about it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to get the links out below. And we'll do this the same time next week. Give us a thumbs up or a comment if you enjoyed it. And yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers for watching, guys.